Episode starts when Kita and Yuya have captured many fishes. Reaching the camp, they share this good news with Rin. Rin is taken aback by hearing that Yuya has caught the fish with bare hands. These skills and abilities she has seen in the subject of physical education. Just then, Anita, who is in mourning, captures their attention. When they inquire about what has happened to him, Rin asks them to ignore him. That is meant for Rin, according to the concept of Akira. Akira is supposed to grab the mushroom from the cliff and also has to taste the poisonous mushroom. After hearing this, Yuya is worried about him and examines his body. Luckily, his body has no poison, so he is safe and sound. He encourages him to be excellent and not to stress out. Akira is thankful to him because he is the only person anxious about him. After that, they are pleased because they have gathered many variables and fish for their meal. Further, Akira is complaining that he has put so much effort into grabbing them. Rin calms him down. At the same time, Yuya examines the wild variables with his power. There are plenty of vegetables like Japanese yam, black truffle, mountain asparagus, and many more. So, Yuya removes the vegetables that are going to be poisonous. Now, they move to the second procedure, where they must check these items with Miss Sawada. While locating Miss Sawada, Yuya looks at Kaori, the chairman's daughter, and the reason for coming here. He meets with Kaori, who is also glad to see him here. His friends are watching him and have a great connection, like Kaori. In the meantime, she is called by her friend to do her duties. To say goodbye to him, she moves to her friends. Right now, it's Akira's turn to explode. He is in wrath because he has a strong relationship with Kaori, the princess. Yuya is shocked because she is not a princess. Everyone calls her princess because of her extraordinary beauty and mild tone. Akira is envious of her that he should be at Yuya's place. The scene changes when they ask Miss Sawada to look at their vegetables. She has received that vegetables are poison-free by casting a single glance. Also, this is the only group that has gathered plenty of vegetables and all edible. So, she is impressed with this group. Not only students, but Miss Sawada is in the air because she is going to have her points. Out of the blue, she tells them not to be overexcited, because the main exam is left in which they need to prepare a yummy meal. When she inquires who is going to cook, then all point their fingers at Yuya. Without any hesitation, he has taken responsibility and has started preparing fish in the middle of the forest. He is cutting vegetables and fish like a pro chef. Even his friends are watching him with widened mouths. They haven't a single idea that their friend can be a professional chef. After cooking the dishes, he serves them to his friends. By taking a single morsel, their friends are not eligible to speak, and he thinks that meal is not tasty. Later, he serves Miss Sawada to taste his mouth-watering dish. After taking a single morsel, her expression is not different from his friends. Yuya gets nervous and asks what is going on. Just then, they start shouting by praising his tasty dishes. Even Miss Sawada is so impressed with Yuya that he wants to marry him. Also, she has shared her thoughts with her students. Miss Sawada has no experience in cooking, sweeping, and washing pots. Only the work she knows is research work, which is her passion. So, she has spent a huge time in this profession. But his friends are taken aback because they are not expecting a proposal from the teacher. Other teachers try to convince her that she should stay within the limits. Further, they understood the reason for remaining single because she wants to get married to a younger man. Kita, who is annoyed, takes a side of Yuya that this marriage cannot happen. But Sawada is drunk and not in a position of understanding. Just then, Yuya tries to deny her proposal with a sugar quote. But there is a huge age difference between them and they have a strong relationship between students and teachers. Also, she is such a beautiful and amazing teacher, but she has grabbed the wrong idea. By ignoring their arguments, she has pushed Yuya's head on her breast. Other teachers have realized that extreme singles get mad. On the other hand, Kita is trying to save Yuya from the clutches of Sawada. Sawada is not in the mood to leave him. Rather, she is pushing his face more and more. At the same time, Kita pleads with Rin to assist her, who is enjoying the show. She is smart, and that's why she warns her that Yuya is suffocating. After hearing this, she has left him, but she hasn't skipped the idea of leaving him. She is inquiring about the heaven that she has made him see. Aside from this, Akira is burning with jealousy because he wants to enjoy this session. After some time, Yuya gets back to his house with his magic. Here is Dog Knight desperately waiting for him. After watching his master, he is pleased to prepare food for him. Yuya shares his feeling about a night when he is pleased when his friends are giving a compliment on his dishes. Meanwhile, he has finished his meal with a smile. He returns to his field trip that he can't miss out on. Scene changes, where boys are changing their clothes. Every student is looking at Yuya, who finds it odd. He inquires about the reason from Akira. Akira looks at his abs and his body is in shape. He is doubting Yuya, who is moving to the gym without telling him. Also, he is again jealous of him because he has not only looks but also a strong body to seduce girls. On the other hand, girls are changing their clothes. Here, Rin has begun to fondle her breasts and starts teasing her, because she can grab any person whom she wishes, but her breast is not bigger than hers. At the same time, Yukine and Kaori arrived. When Kita complains about teasing Rin, then she shares her ideas with them. Also, they have updated them about the proposal of Miss Sawada for Yuya after tasting his yummy food. Rin knows that she can convince Yuya with his huge breast. Now, Kita is thinking loudly that she can do the same thing as Sawada is supposed to do with Yuya. In addition, Kaori and Yukine are worried because they don't have big breasts like Kita and Sawada. Also, they are doubting Yuya that he likes big breasts. They feel that it's cheating because Kita has big breasts. At night, we look at someone near the camp. When they have awoken, then they find everything is ruined. Even their mushrooms and other edibles are missing. Apart from this, Akira is weeping by turning his face toward the forest. Meanwhile, his friends are worrying about the meals. Luckily, their luggage is perfect. However, they have decided to gather something for breakfast. While stepping into the forest, they don't forget to call Akira for help. In the forest, everyone is locating the mushrooms they should be without poison. At the same time, Yuya looks at Akira, who is still before the tree. He watches the scars on the tree as if an animal has struck it with its claws. Also, he reads Akira's mind, which knows about the presence of the bear. Yuya has become cautious and wants to alert his friends. Unfortunately, he has no time because the bear emerges suddenly and attacks them. Their screams can be heard from afar. They are running from the bear and the bear is constantly chasing them. Teachers who are alert guide the children to stick behind the teachers, further guiding Yuya and his friends to run where there are many obstacles. By following his guidance, they are moving toward Miss Sawada. She is hiding behind the desk and asking them to hide behind the bench. Bear has smashed from the desk and lost his senses for a while. At this time, Sawada commands them to join the line of his fellows. According to the commandment, they are running toward their fellows. Aside from this, another teacher is calling the police so that they could deal with the bear. Just then, they realize that Sawada's feet have slipped and she has fallen. Before the bear can harm her with penetrating claws, Yuya holds his hand like a hero. He is pushing her back by fighting with this potent and huge bear. Now, he is sick by combating him and tosses him to the ground. Bear has fainted and Sawada is impressed with the incredible strength of Yuya. As a teacher, she should admonish him for fighting with the bear, but she knows that if he wouldn't be here then she could die. Therefore, she is obliged for saving her life and wants to reward him. But Yuya denies to take it and Sawada wants to give him time. The bear is taken down by Yuya, but he can wake at any moment, so they are worried about it. Until the police arrive, they need to tackle this bear. To help them out, Yumikawa wants to give the drug to the bear, but the teachers don't allow her to do this. His drug always creates a mess, that's why they can't take risks. Luckily, Kaori arrived with the police. Now, the bear is bounded with rope and going to take the facility as a guard bear. Kaori has permitted them to do it because she is the daughter of the chairman. One student raises the question that this bear can harm people, so is it safe to hire this bear as a guard bear? Still, Kaori has a plan that if the guard bear dares to hurt anyone, then he will be served as a meal. Everyone is satisfied now and Bear is sweating after listening to her statement. After this terrible incident, their outdoor studies finish and they return to their home. By reaching home, they again start training in the hazardous forest. Here Knight and Yuya is looking at plenty of monsters. They think that monsters will create trouble in the route of Lexia and her warriors. So, they jump into the fight and Knight attacks on them. These monsters also strike him, but Yuya has made their attack useless. Then strike them with a huge hammer. With a single strike, they have vanished. Also, Yuya is wondered about Sage, who has invented splendid weapons. A rabbit is hidden and looking at this iconic fight. At the end of the fight, he has found the savior of this forest. After annihilating the monsters, they have found a mask and Yuya wears it, and it suits him. Just then, the knight appears with Princess Lexia. After confirming that he is Yuya, they want to take him to a royal palace. Furthermore, he is also ready to go with him, and Lexia thanks him by bowing before him. Just then, Knight pushes Lexia and she has tossed to the ground. Yuya has also noticed that the tree is going to fall on them, that's why he turns it into pieces with his weapons. He has found the sharp thread that belongs to Luna. Also, Yuya knows that the culprit is near, that's why he has smashed to the ground by locating her. When she falls, her cloth has removed from her face and she has fainted. Yuya is stunned to see Luna because he is not considering her a bad girl. Just then, Lexia also arrives and thinks that Yuya knows this girl. Yuya doesn't deny her idea and takes permission from her to carry the girl into his house. He wants to communicate with her for a moment. Without thinking twice, she has granted the permission. Also, her warriors are worried about him because she has gone lonely. When they located her, then she orders them to visit Yuya's house. By carrying the girl and Lexia, he is stepping to his house. Also, Lexia wants to know that why this girl has ventured to attack on her, and what is the relation between Yuya and Luna. By using the teleportation magic, they have arrived home. On the other hand, Knight are considered about Princess and wants to know that what is going on. Reaching at this house, he put Luna on the bed and gathers himself to answer the questions of Lexia. Watch this video and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.